Hello, everyone. Uh, uh, that's Turd Face. Little brat right there. Oh, no, he took off. Little brat. Anyways, hello and welcome. This is Eva with Stitching in the Interlake. I hope you're all having a great day. Today is Thursday, the 12th of January? Sydney. And I hope your day is off to a better start than mine is. Anyway, I'm just gonna do a short little thing here on how an 18 count to stitch. Now, this is not the one from yesterday. This is the one from whatever it was, a week and a half ago. And I don't know here. This is the picture. Okay. So I'm going to start way over here. And this is number 939. Now, I didn't put masking tape around the outside, but I'm going to have to. Alrighty. So this is what with 18 count, what it will look like. And okay. Now I would recommend just using one thread. You could use two if you want. It's totally up to you. But for me, one thread full cross is enough. And Sydney's up there antagonizing Jonah. And I have to see about tying that thing off there to the door so that it doesn't fall over. Because my house there, it's on the north side, it's up higher. And then as you go through the house, like the rest of the house is kind of sinking. Okay, where am I? Right here. And I'm using 939, which is this number 21. And I don't know if I can do the sewing method with this. I'll have to see how this goes. I am expecting a stitching frame. It's one of those, they almost look like Q-snaps. I am expecting that in the mail, plus a clip-on light. So it's just a small one that I can hook on it so that I can see, I'll shine the light up underneath it so I can see the holes. So yeah, I don't know how this is going to go here with the stitching method. Or the sewing method. And I may not be able to do that. So I will just do a little bit here to show you. And this is an 18 count. It's very hard for me to see. Because I'm kind of peeking around my phone here to try and see the holes. Oh, now he's playing in the bathtub. So, and I mean, you can do it however way that you want. You can do it with one thread, full cross. You could do it two threads, full cross. You could do one thread, half cross, or two threads, half cross. It's totally up to you what you feel like you want to do. So, but it is, make no mistake, it is difficult, especially when I'm looking around my, or underneath my phone here to, I'm just going to finish up a couple more stitches here and I'll show you. So, yeah. Now, that one that I just received yesterday, and I received that from One Day Saving, and thank you again to One Day Saving yesterday, if I didn't thank you enough, for sending me those two items. But I'm finding that the more that I looked at it, the more wonky my eyes were getting. It was just it just wasn't clear enough. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Now, if you use one thread, your thread packs, like all your thread, you're going to have a lot left over, because on there they recommend using two threads. But two threads are way too, for me anyways. Sydney. Sorry. Okay. Sydney, get. He's being, just a minute here. I'm going to give him his, I got these calming for cats. So, here you go. There you go. There. There. Yeah. Come on, take it. There. There's 80 of them in there. And they recommend only one per day. Now, I tried to give Jonah one because he was watching Sydney had one. And of course, he had to try it out, but he's not interested in it. But Jonah doesn't need any calming. He's calm enough. So, and yesterday I went for my walk again, but it was very cold. The wind was very, well, not very strong, but it was strong enough that I could feel it, especially in my hands. So, now, I am thinking here just doing one, doing the stabbing method is probably the best way to do this. Perhaps once it is that I get the frame and the light, that it will be much better. But, and then once this loosens up too, it might open up the fabric a little bit. So you know, that you can see it better. Now, if you're used to working on 18 count, and I'm most certainly not, what do you want, mister? What do you want? What do you want? Little brat. Okay, are you going to lay here now and be quiet? Yeah, that's wishful thinking. No, no. Everything I have is something to play with. There's everything. You know, everything. He thinks it's great to, that it's something to play with. No, Sydney. No. Oh, now I lost where it was. But if you are used to these higher count, quit licking it. This morning he was chewing on threads. And, so if you are used to it, and it could be that I do eventually get used to it, but I think the counts that I prefer are, 14, 16 is okay too. And I don't know why they didn't make these into 16 count. Which would have been probably better. Okay, so let me get just this little bit done here. And then I will show you. Oh, come on. And, but I think 14 would have been good enough. But I did want to try the 18. Just to see what they were like. But I would recommend to the companies that 16 count would be the highest count that I would go for these. Because I think it's, unless it is that people do this in counted. But I don't know what the difference is, really. It's, oh, come on. That's the thing here with working with one thread. You don't feel it as much as you do with 2 or 3 threads, right? But, yeah. See, I go to grab it and I can't feel it with my hands. Okay, so So can you see that there? See it right there? That's the 18. And I think it gives good coverage. It two threads would be just no, in my opinion. Two threads is just it's too much. It's too bulky because you can't see around it. You can't see the other, you know, what it would for the next stitch, right? So these I bought myself because I really wanted to try it. That's before I knew that anybody else had them. But I wish I would have gotten, in comparison, two of the same projects. One in the 18, one in the 16, and I may have gone for one in the 11 count too, to really do a comparison. So, but I would definitely do these in 14 count. But who knows, maybe once I got going on this, it wouldn't be too bad. You know? I was talking with Juliet this morning and I said how, you know, my chest was sore. I was coughing and barking and all that, and how it's just, she thought maybe I could have the start of pneumonia, and I don't know, I don't think it's that, or she said a chest infection, and that could possibly, but even that, I don't think so. I think it's more of like a bronchitis is what I have, because it's more into my bronchial tubes. But mind you, right now I'm kind of feeling it there in my, I think it's my lung, my left lung. But is that from coughing? You know, I don't know. Is that just because she made the suggestion and therefore that I'm, you know, I'm feeling that? So that's what that looks like. So I'm kind of happy with that. Now, I wanted to show you something. Just a minute, sorry. That I started yesterday, because I just, or the day before. No, yesterday. Because I had to try it. It was calling my name. And this is what I started. And for a gold star, what is this? What is this part of? Okay. And I really like, I've only got the one. I would love the rest of them in this series. I would absolutely love it. But I decided, yeah, I want to try this. So I did make a boo-boo down in here. No. Yeah, it was here. So I had to rip out a lot. And then I started it up again. And you can probably figure out what this is. But do you know what it's from? So a gold star, I will give out a gold star, a silver star, and a bronze star. And honorable mentions to anyone who can figure this out. And if you've already started on this series, what do you think of it? Excuse me. Get down. You know. But yeah, I like this. Like I said, I only have the one. And I would like to get the rest of them because I would like to put it up. Okay. But we'll see. And I know there's a couple of you that are working on it, so please don't spill the beans. Let somebody else try and figure it out. Like I said, gold, silver, bronze stars, and honorable mentions. We'll see who gets it, right? So, yeah, so I'm going to continue working on that today. Only because I know I should be working on Welcome Gnome. But that's got my interest peaked. And, yeah. But, yeah, no, that one there, I would like to get the rest of them. And, but the thing is that, you know, finances just don't let me be able to, you know, spend that kind of money. It's, I have a few from another series that I'd like to work on as well. And I have a few more of those ones. But this one here is the series that I'm working on. But yeah. It's, yeah, it's just finances dictate that I just cannot afford to get them. I might, like every time they have a sale on, maybe get one. And like PDFs are just wonderful because it's, for one thing, it's that instant gratification, right, of getting it. We all know that, you know, add to cart, buy and click, or click and buy. And then magically, it ends up there in your email. And so, yeah, so I got that one. I so wanted to get it a few of the others, and I thought, well, you know, I'll start out with the first one. And see how that goes. But, yeah. So I hope this, I can't remember who it was that was interested in seeing what this looked like. And like over one. And as you can see, like there's really good coverage, right? Really good coverage. But like I said, if you're really accustomed to working on 18 count, then it should go relatively easily. But for me, I'm not that accustomed to it. The one good thing for me is that it is a printed. I don't think I could work on this if it wasn't. I know I watched a YouTube video a while back, and I have no idea who it was that did it. But anyway, okay, so this is 18, so this is equivalent to a 36 count, right? And you can see how tiny this is. And this lady, she worked on, I don't know, what was it? 52, 54 count. And she would do that, and it was stunning work. It's absolutely stunning. And she said that that's the fabric that she picked up, and that's how she taught herself. And she thought that that's what everybody did. And I mean, like, that's just, I know there are some people who like 40 count, and there's no way. There's no way. There's, I can't. But this lady, she would do on the whatever count that was, and she would do it without the aid of a magnifying glass. But see, she's so used to it that for her, it's not a problem. I'm trying to see here, right there. That for her, it's not a problem. For those of us who don't stitch that small, that it's a little bit more difficult. See, I'm a little bit better with this. So it's all on what you're used to, right? So I think it is that once I get that light, and the stitching frame, it might end up being not too bad. It might not end up being too bad. But we'll have to see. So I had my new counselor call me yesterday, and I have a video meeting with her on the 27th at 9 o'clock in the morning. So, and she said she likes to slot off a whole bulk of time because she wants to you know, delve into everything and do a real good intake, if you will. So, come on. But, and then next Wednesday I see the doctor here, and I will decide on whether or not I'm going to keep her or I'm going to change. And if I end up keeping her, then it is that I'm going to have to hold her to account and say, you know, look, while I'm here with you, if you're changing my medication, then do it now. Do it right now, right this minute while I'm sitting here. Because based on all the previous visits, she's changed it, but has never followed through with letting the pharmacy know. And that's something that is, you know, that's no good. So, okay. I'm just going to show you here. But you can see here that I've done all of this, and the coverage is good here. Can you see? Perhaps not, that's not the wisest of colors that I could use, but I just thought because I can see where that is, right? So, excuse me, that's how far I got done. Okay. So it doesn't look like there's a lot, but it is small. So, you know, you've got to give that into consideration. And, but really to the companies, I would recommend that you not do, for the average stitcher, 18 count is too small. And I consider myself an average stitcher. You know, I don't have to prove anything by going smaller. I just wanted to try it. Like for me, a 16 count would be as small as I would go. But I do prefer the 14. You know. So, on an 18, it's a lot trickier and a lot more. You have to really be aware of where your needles are going. And if you choose to use 2 threads, by all means, Don't let what I say stop you. If you like that, you know, where it's that much. See here, you can see here, right there. It covers up, that's a half a stitch, right? Or a 10 stitch. And you can see it covers nicely. And I wouldn't throw a stone here at using just one thread. So, yeah, so you can see here. Let me finish up this row so you can see. And again, it's hard for me to see this because it's I'm peeking around my phone here. I'm trying to keep this in frame. And if I haven't, I apologize for that. Okay. So, oh, we'll see how fast this video loads. Ugh. Yesterday, my upload speed was only 2.9, which is negligible. And then it would start and it would get up to like 50%. And then all of a sudden it would stop and it would go right back down to 0 again. And I could not understand what was going on. And if somebody else does, let me know why that is. Okay, so there, you can see, like, it's nice, it covers. I can't see that there's any kind of, you see even here, like that's one, that would be one stitch. It covers it perfectly. I don't see any problem with that. So, please remember I have a dedicated Facebook group, Stitching in the Interlake. My email address is stitchingintheinterlake, all one word, @gmail.com. Yeah, all my other information is down below. If you can figure this out, please let me know. And you can see here, just to give you, for instance, this is a 14 and this is an 18, right? Like you can see the difference, right? And so 16 would be right in the middle. And I think a 16 would be good enough, in my personal opinion. So, and if you know what this is, please do. I'll give you a gold, silver, bronze, star, or honorable mention. That's your prize, and my undying love and admiration. So, all right, everyone. So, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be well. May God bless you this day and every day. God loves you, and so do I. And so does Lilybell, who's down by my feet, and Jonah and Sydney, who are up on the cat tree, finally sleeping. They have their perches that Jonah likes the top one, Sydney likes the next one down. Jonah is a senior, so he gets the penthouse suite. Yeah. So they both like that. And hopefully Sydney's, yep. So if you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, comment. You can use them all. Helps with the algorithms and everything else. So have a fantastic day, everyone. And yeah, I just hope your day goes well and it's full of sunshines, roses, and unicorns. All right, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. God willing, of course. Toodle-oodles, everybody.